We are here in the beautiful city of Istanbul, here to check out some cool stuff along the way. Hey everyone, Scott the Scott Man, and welcome. It is so great to be here in Istanbul. It's my very first time visiting this beautiful city and can't wait to go explore it. So we're starting off here at Sultanahmet Park, which is a beautiful park located between the Blue Mosque, which we'll see in a little bit, and also the Hagia Sophia, which is started out as a church and then a mosque and then went to a museum and now it's a mosque again. But before we head over to Hagia Sophia, we're going to take a walk around the park. And over here we have the Hagia Sophia. This is a beautiful mosque. This was originally built as a Byzantine church back in 537 by Byzantine Emperor Justinian. And after the Ottomans took over in the 15th century, it then became a mosque. And then after the Ottoman Empire fell and the country became a modern day Turkey or Turkey, then it became a museum in 1934, and then back in 2020 it became a mosque again. So we're gonna go check out the beautiful Hagia Sophia and let's go check it out. We are now approaching where the Basilica Cistern is located. After standing in a short queue to get in, we are now inside an ancient cistern which was built back in the 6th century AD, also by Justinian I, who built Hagia Sophia, which held over 75 million liters or over 20 million gallons of water for Constantinople. And inside, you will also see around 336 marble columns. I do apologize for the brightness because it is a little dark in here. The Basilica Cistern was really cool to check out, so now we're gonna head over to the Blue Mosque over that way. And over here, this is the Blue Mosque. This mosque was completed back in 1616 in the 17th century and was named after Sultan Ahmet I. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna head into the complex and check out the mosque. We'll head inside and check out the courtyard. Alright, that was really cool. So now we're gonna head over that way, check out some more cool stuff around the area near the mosque. We are walking in a square which once was a chariot race course. You will notice an Egyptian obelisk here. This obelisk dates back to around 1500 BC and was taken down by Roman Emperor Theodosius the Great in 390 AD and moved to Constantinople, now Istanbul.
I've been really enjoying Istanbul so far. Yeah, very, very beautiful city. So now we're heading over to the Grand Bazaar, which is the oldest thriving market in the entire world. They got over 4,000 shops inside. I'm not going to really be saying anything on camera inside there, mainly because I'm going to be putting away a lot of my camera gear because I'll more so stick out like a sore thumb. So, but it's like you got everything from different shops, vendors, even places to get some food. And there's a lot of different friendly merchants in there too who will try as hard as they can to try to sell you some Turkish carpets. As a matter of fact, I even had a little experience earlier today where I was invited to a carpet shop, and beautiful carpets. I was really impressed by them. They were trying to get me to buy one, but it was a really, really cool experience though. All right, so let's head inside. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like in the Grand Bazaar, you can easily get lost in there, but in a good way. Alright, so we're going to be heading over toward where the spice market is, but I'll be talking about that in my other video. I'm doing a food tour of Istanbul, so you have to check that out for sure. I apologize for the wind and the noise, but oh well. But yeah, this is the Galata Bridge, which goes over the Golden Horn, which divides the old town with the newer part of town. And out that way, that is the Bosphorus Strait, which divides European Turkey with Asian Turkey. But yeah, what's cool about this bridge is they got a lot of people fishing off of it. And over here is the Galata Kulesi, or Galata Tower. It's about 62.5 meters tall and or a little over 200 feet. And you can get some really cool views from the top. So let's wait in the long queue and head on up.
After taking the lift up to the top, let's walk on out and check out some of the best views of Istanbul. We are standing in Galata Tower, which is 62.5 meters tall or around 200 feet tall. And we get some really cool views of the city, not only here in the European side, but also across the Bosphorus Strait over at Asian Istanbul. These views are absolutely breathtaking.
Those views are pretty cool, I have to say. Alright, so now we're going to explore the newer part of Istanbul. This is İstiklal Street. This is a very, very popular pedestrian street here in the newer part of the city. Nice place with a lot of great shopping, places to get some food, and just to do some people watching. We'll continue down the street and head over to Taksim Square next. And we've made it to Taksim Square. This is a big transportation hub here in Istanbul, everything from the trams to even the metro and of course the buses. But over here we have Republic Monument, which was constructed back in 1928. It's to commemorate the founder of the modern-day Turkish Republic, Mustafa Ataturk. So there's two sides of the monument. One portraying him as a war hero during the Turkish War of Independence, and on the other side showing the more civilian side of Ataturk. as he was the first president and the founder of modern-day Turkey, or Türkiye. But yeah, what a beautiful sight this is. Alright, so coming up next, but before we get to that, but yeah, I've been really enjoying my walk around Istanbul. It is such a beautiful city. Very crowded, I have to say, though, but other than that, yeah, it's really fantastic. It's a very bustling city, I have to say. Alright, so what we're going to do next is we're going to head out to the Bosphorus Strait. We're going to cross over and head over to the Asian side. We'll do that tomorrow. As for today, I'm going to be going to get some more food, and I'll be doing that in a separate video. That video is probably not up on YouTube yet, so be sure to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss that video. Alright, let's head over to Asia. Alright, it's a brand new day, and we're back over by the water, or the Golden Horn to be specific. What we're going to be doing is we're going to head over to the Asian side of Istanbul. So to do that, there are many different ways which you can take to get over there without driving, of course. One is you can take the metro over, or you can take a ferry over. We're going to do that now, and we're going to head over to Üsküdar, which is one of the areas you can check out over in the Asian side. So we're going to take the ferry across. That was quite a nice ferry ride, I have to say. And we have made it over to the Asian side of Istanbul. So what's cool about Istanbul is that it sits on two continents, Europe and Asia. So the majority of the touristy spots the tourist spots in Istanbul are over on the European side, which is what we did up until now. And then you have the Asian side. Give me a neighborhood or two I'm going to check out over on the Asian side. Because a little fun fact, 1/3 of residents of Istanbul live here in the Asian side. And we're here in Üsküdar, which is one of the more traditional neighborhoods of Istanbul. At least that's what I was reading according to Rick Steves. And as a matter of fact, back during the days of the Ottoman Empire, pilgrims would start their journey to Mecca from here. Pretty interesting market area, I have to say. A lot of areas smelling fish, and you can even smell the fish as you're walking through the different aisles. It's pretty cool. I even found a couple places to get some doner kebabs. I'm going to get that in my separate video because I'm doing a food video of Istanbul, as I said earlier. And part of the video is going to be some different street food you can get, and doner kebab is one of the examples. Alright, now just had a bite to eat. Now I'm going to cross back over the road and head over to the waterfront. Very nice walkway, I have to say. And over here we got the Maiden's Tower, beautiful tower, pretty much on its own little island. And what's cool is that along the whole waterfront, you can see over to the European side of Istanbul. What a cool sight this is. All right, so we're gonna head over to Kadıköy next, and to do that, we can take a dolmuş. It's like a shared taxi. So let's see over there. And welcome to Kadıköy. This is a much more modern or contemporary and secular area of Istanbul, especially compared to Üsküdar, where we were just moments ago. But yeah, to take the dolmuş, it was about 15 lira, which is very, very cheap. All right, so let's go check out the area. This is one hip place to be, I have to say. It was pretty cool little pedestrian area got to walk through, and then of course come up here and almost feels like a mini Times Square in some way. And what's cool is that there's a pretty cool bull statue as well. Alright, well, I've enjoyed the Asian sites, so let's go back to Europe. It's not too often to get to say something like that. Alright, I had such a great time over in the Asian side, so we'll finish the rest of this vlog tomorrow, but I'll contain my food tour in my other video today. And we're here at our last day here in Istanbul, and I apologize for a little bit of the lower audio quality because I had to leave my backpack at a luggage storage facility, so I had to keep all my main camera gear, so it's just the camera. But before we conclude our stay here in Istanbul, I'm gonna head over to a Topkapı Fortress. So I'll probably just do a voiceover there just because of the poor audio quality.
One of the top attractions here in Istanbul is the Topkapı Palace, which was the main residence of the sultans back during the Ottoman Empire. It was built on the remains of ancient Byzantium. Mehmet the Conqueror made this the admin headquarters and royal residence. Here you will see many pavilions and courtyards, a 16th century kitchen, and Ahmet III's tulip garden. Over here is the Imperial Council. Unfortunately, many of the indoor portions of the palace cannot be filmed, so you'll just have to come over here and check it out for yourself. And we are now entering the harem. This was exactly where the Sultan lived in the palace, as well as his wives, his children, his mom, and also his extended family, as well as many of the workers who waited on them. As you see in here, although again we can't really show the indoor portions, but there are many bedrooms, dining rooms, bathrooms, and also places where the Sultan could receive a Turkish bath. The palace is a must-see here in Istanbul, and before leaving the palace, you can also get some really cool views of Istanbul.
This is such a cool palace. There's so much to see here. You could spend many hours exploring every nook and cranny at this palace. But I need to go get some lunch really quick, which I'll be covering that in my food tour video. And then I need to slowly start making my way to the airport because I have an early flight out of here tomorrow morning and I'm staying at the airport. And so, all right, so let's leave the palace. Alright, so as you can see, I'm not in Istanbul anymore. I'm at the hotel at the airport in Istanbul. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little quick reflection before I conclude the video. And I'll have a little outro scene of the Blue Mosque. So I'll have something in Istanbul to conclude. But yeah, I had such a great time in Istanbul. There's so much to see and do. Because I was only there for like 2.5 days to check things out. But it's like I feel like I only scratched the surface. Got to see a lot of cool sites like the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, the Grand Bazaar, the Galata Tower, so many cool stuff, and even go over to Asia for a few hours. But yeah, had a great time to see. The people are very friendly over here. Like there's a lot of great hospitality, almost like to the extreme in some cases, because there are a lot of businessmen who are trying to get you into their carpet shop to try to buy something from them. Which that even happened with me once too, where it was a pretty interesting experience where they even gave me some free apple tea, which was amazing. And I think also a free Turkish delight. But it was still cool to see like some of the Turkish carpets that were for sale. But yeah, I had a great time, and I would love to come back to Istanbul at some point to see more of it, and then of course check out more of Turkey as well too. Like to go like to Cappadocia, Antalya, Ankara, etc. Like a lot of other cool places in Turkey. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video here of Istanbul in Turkey. Because I had a great time, and I highly recommend traveling here to Istanbul sometime. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button, and be sure to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss any future adventures. Thank you for watching, and this is Scott, the Scott Man, signing out. But really quick, I want to give a huge thank you to patrons Amino Occlusion and Mark Renker. Thank you so much for your tremendous support on Patreon. I am truly grateful. You guys are truly awesome.